guys, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. A few weeks ago, I mentioned to you guys that I will be building a model of a B-36, the one that carried the nuclear reactor, which has a designation of NB-36H. I haven't seen anybody else building a model of that particular bomber in any scale. If I even go back into my days of plastic modeling about 15 years ago, and back then I was into it very heavily for like good maybe 10 years or so. I've not seen anybody do that. I haven't seen anybody making the nose section for it because it had a very different nose section than the B-36 bombers that you used to have. What you're looking at right now here on my disk is the nose section or the cockpit section of NB-36H. You can see how it's different from the most production B-36 bomber with a glazed round nose section with the two turrets coming out and cockpit on the top of the fuselage with another bubble dome sort of canopy on it. But this one more looks like a Douglas DC-6 or DC-7 cockpit sections, and it kind of more looks like an airplane versus that. I mean, everybody has a different take on how airplanes looks like, but to me that kind of looked like really bald, and it just didn't blend in. But with this nose section on it, it looks pretty good. What this is how I got it is from a company called Click to Detail. They are out in US and they are the 3D printing company. Now this particular company doesn't do a regular 3D printing. They do a resin enforced 3D printing, which is a totally different process than the regular 3D printing, and the parts they produce are actually, the filament is made from a resin, and there's a very different process to it, and that's how they make these section and their parts and accessories. So what I got here is a cockpit nose section right here, and there's a hatch on the top of it, but if you look closely, it's just not a shape of the nose, but there's nice panel lines on it too, both horizontal and vertical, and that gives a really nice detail to this piece here. And then there's also a pitot tube here. The beauty that I found from these guys is they just don't give you that, they also give you a vacuum form canopies or the windshields. In this case it's these guys here, and they are actually really nice. Like I really like the quality of work that these guys do. And I'm gonna turn my disc around, just bear with me. So you also get these three pieces here, and these are the I believe the cooling air scoops for the reactor, and they were in the back of the aircraft on the side of the fuselage. Then there's another small little scoop that goes somewhere in the back that I still have to figure it out. And then there's this dome here. These two pieces I need to figure it out where it's gonna go on to the model, but the big ones I know how they are, like where they're gonna go. And when I mentioned to you is how their printing is, you can see it like now, and you can see how the layering is very tight, and you probably might just have to give it a couple of coats of Mr. Surfacer primer or regular primer, and that'll just fill in all the weaves there of the layering. Or if you want, you can do a light sanding. I have to verify this with the Chris, who is the owner of this company, and so I know exactly how to do it. And since this is a resin reinforced products here, I also have to find out what kind of primers I can use, because with resin sometimes you need to use a specific primers. You cannot just use a regular primer. It doesn't stick to it that well. Initially it would, but over the time it can chip off, come off, crack. so you need to use the right primer for it before you do the paint. So I thought I'll give you guys a little review here, and you can see the forward nose section. I'll turn my camera around, and like I said, it looks like a nose section of a DC-6 or DC-7 versus the B-36, and it actually looks like an airplane. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys like it, and here's the card for Chris as click2detail.net. Reach out to him because he does very exclusive type of products and aftermarket kits and the stuff that's not out there. Like, he picked up a niche market in 70-second scale, and you have to go and see the kind of stuff that he's making, which I've never seen it before, and that actually opens up a market for airplanes that people desire to do but were not able to do. But with his products, now you can do that. So once again, I hope you guys like this, and when I move forward, once I get my kit, I will put this against the kit and show you how it would look like, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I hope you like this review, and take care, and talk to you soon. One thing I forgot to show you is the bottom of the nose section of the NB-36, and you can see these cutouts. These cutouts are made for the landing gear, so you can have landing gear in a way of in a flight where these comes filled. But I wanted one on the ground because the way I'm going to do my model is on the moment of rotation. When it's rotating off the ground, the nose wheel comes off, but the main wheels are still on the ground. That's the position I'm going to do my model in, and for that I still needed the piece with the gears down. So he sent me this nose section with the nose gear doors access area all cut out. So I thought I'll show this to you guys also, and hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think, and I'll let you know once I get to it, once I start building it, how it goes. Take care guys, bye bye.